Hello, Tommy. How are we doing?
Very well.
We'll just wait till they catch up because they're about 30 seconds behind or something, and then we'll share it on the platform.
Presentation at the beginning. The music is absolutely great.
It's quite an old one, but it's effective, isn't it? The thunder and lightning and all that. Yeah. I've only got a new one. So how's the weather in how's the weather in Inversnaky?
It's I'm going to say today was like it just went dull and just snowed for hours, and it's like, oh my god, we let Dixie out the back green, well the back door, it disappeared. Been busy.
Right, see if people are logging on, could you let us know they can hear us all right and see us all right? Just by putting up a sign, because we'll get the chat of all. We're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on 3 YouTube channels. It's like the Soul Retreat, the Happy Medium, my personal page. And it's because we couldn't get you down here tonight, Tommy, and it wasn't very safe, was it?
I'm meant to be going to Dundee on Sunday. Kirsty Donaldson, it's her church. It's actually quite a nice place.
No other people are going to get on.
No, it's on now. It's on now. It's not on live. It is on now. There's 3 people watching us, so some technical issues. We'll just double check. Yeah, and we're late in getting on, but we're on now. This is what happens when we rush things, you know.
That was a good chat with Andrew.
That was. He's a lovely guy, and I love working with him. And let's see if it's come up. Yeah, it's come up on my Facebook page. We're on there, so we're a bit behind. We're just checking that people can get us on the different YouTube channels and stuff. If you can see us, share us. This is a spontaneous night tonight because we couldn't have Tommy coming down. We're supposed to be at Soul Retreat and supposed to be in the office, but I've had to come home and set up the cameras and stuff again. And I've just called it a chat show because I couldn't be bothered changing all the scripts from the chat show on Monday night, to be honest. And it's going to be every Monday, Tommy. We're doing that, so we'll have you on as a guest anyway.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm just going to check all the pages that we're working right. But Tommy, a lot of people in my network probably don't know you as well as I do, and you know, one of the things that we both love is how we got into mediumship, and it kind of came by accident with me in a way, and it's kind of letting people know a bit more about yourself, and also we'll have you back in February, so we know it's the 3rd Thursday next month if Tommy's free and there's no bad weather. Tommy, we did a joint one in December there for St Andrew's Day, November was it? And I found coming in halfway through Tommy's, it was quite hard because it's stopping his flow and I had to start mine. But we did have a good banter that night, and we've had good banter on here before. But tell people a little bit about yourself, Tommy, and how you got into this, you could say.
Oh, yeah. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Tommy Goodwin, originally from Edinburgh. A heart supporter, so that's my sins. I've always believed in life after death. I was brought up being a Roman Catholic with a Catholicism with my granny, and I joined the army, got married young, had 3 beautiful children, and moved from Edinburgh to Munster, from Munster to Verrill, back to Edinburgh again. And I think my whole world changed on the 9th of August 1998. My young boy Ryan, he was ill with a chest infection because he had cystic fibrosis. And we went, as we left the hospital about 9. Our door we were allowed bang at 9:30, and there was a WPC and a policeman explained to us that what happened. Total, I know that I went in denial. I thought, no, because at the time my daughter was pregnant and David, my future son-in-law, was driving the car. I blamed everyone else. And I think I was looking for a way out or somebody to be the scapegoat. But during my process of going forward, I started to hear voices in my head, which I told my doctor, and my doctor then referred me to a lot of places like Craig Deneen. I call them the twins.
We used to call, people who don't know that's what we used to call the mental hospital in Inverness. It's now called New Craig's. Right.
And from there, whatever I said to the psychologist, psychiatrist, I left both of them in tears. And they gave me a number to phone, and I got in touch with a lady who now works for Sai Baba in India. Her name is Angela Dixon, and she was my rock. She's my mentor. And I started to attend spiritual churches. And Dalney was open at the time, but within 3 weeks, I became the president of Dalney, and my journey began. And I have to say, it's a pleasure working for Spirit as a spiritual healer and as a medium. And about 3 years ago, I got myself ordained.
And you married us.
Yes, I was going to say that. And my good lady Maggie calls me the Reverend Scumbag. And it's a name that stuck with me. And I do a lot of charity work for all types of illnesses, whether it be cancer, leukemia, cystic fibrosis. I do a lot for Chaz. I do a lot for the Highland Hospice. I do a lot for Strictly. So I know that I have a few evenings coming up working with Karen Calesso and Elsa Russell as well. But I love doing, and no, I've never looked back. No, it doesn't mean to say that I don't have bad days. I'm human, and then I can rise above things. And it's like being who I am today. It's like it's made me, but I can put it back to my granny used to do the tea leaves, and I used to come in, and I used to, after the readings, I used to take the tea leaves and eat them, and she used to bend down and give me a snap. But I do a lot. I mean, it's a great feeling when you work for Spirit. And I was saying to Derek that when I do evenings, I do pee for Scotland, and I do get nervous.
Yeah, and I've witnessed that. And it's good to get nervous because it shows how much we care about the audience as well, and we pick up on a lot of the you could say some of the feelings or validations of how people died before we go on stage, and that affects us physically sometimes, Tommy. And when people are developing, when they get, like, I remember, it's quite funny this, but it's not funny for me. is I was down it was a bowling club down south near Berwick, and I didn't have anything bad to eat. I was being careful because you know you do a show, you're kind of nervous, and you can't really eat much, but play a soup sort of thing, and I was all ready for the event, and my stomach and below could explode. I mean, just straight into the toilet, and I was like, "What the hell's going on?" And I said to myself, like, "Who does this belong to?" Because I was feeling fine, no bugs, nothing. And then I got out, and the first person I was drawn to, and it was a husband that passed over, and he died of bowel cancer. So that was him saying, "It's me," and I had a sore bum. It's like, and that was the validation. And I went, "Please don't give me, please take it away." You know, it was so funny. And but you know what? It was a good validation, and we got lots more from it. And it's funny how they give us their feelings and senses, and even us with our experience, we don't always recognise it. But as we go along and meet other people with similar experiences at the workshops that both you and I do and other people do, it's worth going along with like-minded people and learning from them as well, because you never stop learning, Tommy, do you?
No, we don't. It's like every day that you're waking up, it's another new beginning, and it's another new experience.
Yeah, and I see that we've had people in workshops that because there's a responsibility, and I see Lucy on here, and I remember, and she won't mind me sharing this, that she asked for a bit of help, and you know, and we helped her, and about a year later, a lot of things that came up out of that was kind of came true, you could say, or was found to be true, and I know that helped her kind of move forward and stuff like that. So even in development, when we are actually asked to help someone, I don't charge for it. I go into people's houses that have got haunted, or very often it's the person that's haunted, not the house. But there is haunted houses. We've been in them, Tommy.
Oh, yeah.
Very often, it's not about the past. Like I said, it's validating the past. It's all about the now. And as you say, it's about accepting the now and breathing and relaxing and looking forward with hope and prosperity and success, and not dwelling on the past, you know. And I think that's what a lot of people, when they come along, that they're wanting, like, if it, like, you know, the sad things about people that have died but didn't get a chance to say cheerio. Mediumship is a fantastic gift to help them heal, and there is trance mediumship that we do healing with, Tommy, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, I could take that, Derek, is when I didn't accept, like, my daughter and granddaughter and son-in-law passing, but yeah, it was completely different when Ryan passed, and Ryan was a good wee medium, and he distracted us when when he did pass, but listen to everything that he said, and he's a beautiful angel now. And my family work with me when I'm on platform, and it's a great feeling knowing that they're there. Pests.
Very often in the energy, if they were a pain or funny in this life, there's still a pain and funny up there as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, listen, if they're grumpy here,
on YouTube. Right. I'll see if it's on. I'll go to my YouTube and check. Aye. It should come up if he goes on to other channels. I'll see if I can get a direct link from the YouTube. Some people are not getting it on YouTube, so I'm going to send a direct link to them. Yeah. But if they go into it and they see the live,
I did that and nothing happened.
because it's on live just now, I'll get a link. Link close. Yeah. Is there?
I haven't got that. And that's what Charles is getting.
Right.
You have to send it to him.
Oh, it's the same link. Right, see what it says on live. Click. That's it. You go to the page and you see the bit that says, if people are struggling with YouTube, you have to explain it to them. You have to click the live button, not the YouTube button. It takes them to the page, and we have to press on it. So it's we're learning as well, and the whole part of this,
Yeah.
we're bringing, because you've been in the office as well, well, the new facility, is we're hoping to have more interaction with Zooms, with live showing us, and we video recorded you last time in. I got it recorded, and I'll need to edit it and get the good bits from it, Tommy. And we want people to learn from us as well, don't we?
Yeah. I mean, I think like spreading the word and open up and to people. I mean, I did a house clearance for a young lady, and it was like it was a grandfather. It was her grandfather that was just coming in, being like pestering them just to make sure that they were okay. And he's still with them, and he's like taking care of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wonderful feeling knowing that like there is life after.
I think when we do it, and I don't explain to people, it's like we're feeling the love that they have for the person in front of them, and it's hard to explain that lovely feeling.
And even if the person is emotional, so the emotion still comes through you.
Yeah.
And it's like, and when it's sometimes you've got to ask them to stand back, and I've got the tears coming down my eyes. It's just it's great.
It's an amazing thing, and it's like people say, it's devil's work and all that. We get the negative people, but you know what? To bring through somebody's loved one, how can that be devil's work? Because we know it's genuine. We know, and our whole body knows that person's genuine. And the thing is, we stop asking. It's like we get such overwhelmed, we forget to ask the questions in our mind. It was like, did you die? What's your favourite film or something? Give me some value. We suddenly stop because we're so, oh my God, it is actually a spirit.
I up in Tain, there was a lady that used to run a spiritual church, and the people outside, right, with the Bibles and stuff. She said, "Oh, it's the devil's worship." And I said, "Excuse me." I said, "How did Moses get the 10 Commandments?" And she said, "God spoke to him." I said, "There you go." That's my case.
Yeah. And whether it's God, whether it's Jesus, whether it's the angels, I don't care anymore because I know it's genuine. And a lot of people who have opened up, and especially a lot of men, Tommy, because a lot of men over the last, I would say, 5 or 6 years have opened up to this.
I have found that.
Yeah, a lot of women are very intuitive because the emotions they have at birth, the emotions they have connecting, and the worry they have for their children, and they're natural at it. And that's why we call the intuitive side the feminine side. It's not that we're all feminine by doing this. It just means that we would say the feminine side is intuitive side because naturally women are more intuitive than men. Yeah, and it's a mother's intuition that we're kind of basing that on, as Angela's reminding me. And we'll just say a shout out to some of the guests. We've got Lucy watching there. We've got Lee. I did an event for Lee in Bucky, and we've got Sarah. Well, it's Alex actually, but she was at the event at the weekend, and I got an amazing review from you. So really, thank you for that. And we've had some amazing reviews about the new centre, and we're hoping to do a lot. I was speaking to Karen Caluso today. She's coming down hopefully in March, and looking to do possibly some workshops and sharing some ideas as well.
Karen does the sound baths as well.
Yeah.
I have worked with Karen for years, and she is a fantastic medium, and so is her husband, Orlando.
It's great to have that. I mean, I've got my next workshop is on here, 9th of March. And Tom, you're free. You want to come down and help out, you're welcome. And yeah, it's £85, but my soup is amazing. It's worth even paying that for it. But it's like we've got loads of teas and coffees and whatnot. and you're getting quality material as well. Anyone's come to my workshops, and you see by the reviews, we give them handouts that they don't not necessarily read at the time, but something they can take back and research, and they can always ask questions afterwards. And you get loads of readings yourself, and you get to try things on your own, individually, group wise, and we all get something from it. And as I said, we've got every Thursday coming up at Soul Retreat, every third Thursday. You'll be the next one, Tommy. And we've got Reiki shares as well. And now, I know hopefully you'll be along at the next Reiki practitioner course, because you want to learn more about angelic Reiki yourself, Tommy.
Yes, I do.
But this is, if you're interested and never experienced the energy of Reiki or spiritual healing, come along to our Reiki shares, because we've got, we've had people who are just interested and they feel the energy and the love associated with that. So look out and come along. Let us know that you've never done it before, and we'll encourage you. And just sitting in the room with other Reiki people is amazing. And it's just like, I remember going to Stansted and they did a spiritual healing night. And see if we can get rid of this now. It's like a spiritual healing night. And that was it was amazing. And just the spiritual healing within the spiritualist church, it's kind of like hands on the neck and shoulders. And it's not like Reiki, you do the chakras, but it's the same energy. And it was just amazing. It was the same feeling as because it was Reiki, it kind of got me into this, and feeling the energy and the emotions associated with that as well. And I think we can all self-heal when we tune into that.
Yeah, absolutely, Derek. I think we've got to heal ourselves to heal somebody else.
Yeah.
And we have to be 110%. Did what we do.
And
in school, I know it was years ago, way back in the 70s. This is quite bad. I said.
Fellow beans.
I did a questionnaire, and it came out that I would be like a social worker, somebody that people could talk to. And I thought, well, look at me now. And it's strange.
And I think I'm the last person who would ever think that I'd be doing this.
Yeah.
And I'm going, it's my 15 years anniversary this year. I haven't decided when to have the party yet, because the official tax year when I started officially was April. But it's 15 years professional as a happy medium, and I had about 5 or 10 years before that kind of just been interested in dabbling. And it was when I was a single parent, I did this to get some extra cash to help others. And I've never, it's took over my life, in different ways, like the life coaching, the counselling, the hypnotherapy, all the other things, the Reiki master. And it's funny how I could have earned a fortune doing something else, going back offshore, get the kids into nurseries and stuff like that, because I was a single parent. But I thought, no, I love doing this. And people think we make a fortune because we're on psychic TV now. We don't. It's like, it'd be nice to, Tommy, wouldn't it? It'd be nice to make a fortune doing this.
I'm quite happy. No, you could have 200 people in a venue, and as long as you've touched somebody.
Yeah. One person, as long as we change the lives of one person. Yeah.
And that is very important to me.
Yeah. And let's get some of the comments is Vanessa, I put out the intention to my mum and dad. I said I couldn't feel them around me. The night my mum came to see me in my sleep. That night my mum came to see me in my sleep. I asked where me dad was. She said he's busy and will come and see you soon. That's amazing. And Vanessa was on at the course of the weekend, and she was a bit emotional when she went home because her mum and dad came through as well. And a lot of people who get deaths are quite close together. It's hard to get over, Tommy. It's quite healing to heal yourself in that sense. And so thanks for that comment, Vanessa. And Lee, we hopefully do want to come to the Friendship Club. But just it was clashing with the night you had it was clashing with the Speakers Club that I go to, and hopefully the weather's better. We will pay you a visit and maybe do some fundraising for them again. Great club in Bucky. And people want to ask questions about mediumship, if people want to ask questions about, if they're struggling with something, with a lost one, then me and Tommy are here. Yeah. We are restricted. We can't speak about fertility, Tommy, and health and stuff. We are restricted because we're under this Body Consumer Act now, and we try our best. But it's always better to come and see us individually or get a session with Tommy or me, or come to one of group things, because the law has changed. Because remember, the Mediumship Act was repealed by the Tory government. And on our courses, we always tell people this: even if we're doing free sessions, Tommy, and you won't like this, we're still under the Consumer Act doing a free session. Yet there's churches, spiritual churches, have still got to come under the same act. It's terrible. Yeah.
I mean, since it changed, and how you word things, and if you say something wrong, then it's like you've just opened a banana. I mean, and they'll pull back.
Yeah. So if people, and we've also got our cards here, and Tommy's got a nice, lovely set of cards, and he's got a lovely room there. He was giving me a wee tour of his room earlier on, and he's got a lovely wee room in his house there. I'm in the kitchen, but I've got a lovely office.
Oh yes.
Tommy see my office with my big telly and stuff.
Yes.
You've actually done a live with me in the office, which is actually better sometimes than this. But it's the same, because I'll say if we do a Zoom session or remote, we still get the same effects. It still affects us the same when we're tuning into somebody or they're tuning into us. And we can't always bring through the person that they want.
No.
I think they always get the person they need, Tommy.
I can always remember that like somebody's looking for someone to step forward, and then when that somebody doesn't come forward, or I opened up and somebody came forward, because I don't remember my messages, anything I say.
Yeah, I'm the same.
This lady came up to me at the end. She said I could have took everything, and I thought, well, why did you not say anything? I was too embarrassed, and it's a shame.
Yeah, I think that frustrates me when we're doing platform as well, as people don't. Well, there's Lee Roswell. She says, I've been connected to Robbins as a reminisce about a friend who's no longer there. Now we know this from our own experiences. Something will come across us, whether it's a dog, a cat, a robin, a bird, a feather, which is the most common one, and it all means something from the spirit world. There you go, butterflies. It's like, and it'll
watch this. I'm going to show you this. I don't know if you can see there.
Yeah. Oh, the butterflies. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're beautiful.
Well, butterflies is all about transition, and you think when you die, we transition.
Yeah.
And basically, the little maggot dies and becomes a butterfly. It's like so. But it's true. Very often when I'm doing or connected to someone, Lee, I'll often see birds and say, "Well, you walk in the other day and these birds came close to you." In fact, I had one that says, I seen the bird. It was a seagull came close to you and it actually shit in your windscreen, didn't it? And she went, "How did you know that?" I says, "That was your dad. He was just taking a mickey. He came back and he says, now I didn't know how I'm seeing that. I was seeing it clairvoyantly, and it was like, and he just seen this bird sitting in a car, and I give what we get, and the guy says, that's so true that happened. He says, well, it was your dad, and he's laughing. Now, bird shit means bringing luck. I remember that if bird shit hit you. My granny used to say to me, it brings you luck.
Yeah, aye. I'm saying, is it Sarah? Keep dreaming that an adder bites me on my leg 5 times. What's going on with that? Well, I'm always saying snakes, even though people find them slithery and devious, they're not. Snakes are very protective. So it's like around, I do feel right around Sarah at the present moment, there must be somebody trying to, what I would say, putting a knife in the back or something of the sort, or somebody's like had what I would call a disagreement or a fallout, because somebody seems to be mischievous around her. Sarah, if you can't take this, if you just give me the
Oh,
thumb.
she'll take it because I know about this, but you're
Oh,
doing brilliantly so far. I know Sarah would agree because she was on the course. We got a lot of information, of course, and you weren't there, Tommy. So that's amazing what you're picking up. And I would carry on with the connection because I think you've got a connection there.
because it just seems that I do feel like a grandmother-in-law stepping forward, and I do feel like from mum's side of the family, I do feel that she would have been a strong lady that, oh my God, I just feel as a very, very proud and very outspoken, but I do feel that she's given Sarah a lot of upliftment, because I do feel that what I would say that Sarah does a lot of what I would say crying in the rain. So I know that that she does keep a lot inside, whereupon I should be letting everything out. But I do feel that is like the strong, the snake, whether it be like adders. You can have like there's a lot of adders in Scotland. But snakes, even though they're slithery, they're quite hard-skinned. So I'm going to say, like Sarah, that you're quite hard-skinned, or that it's like negative energy seems to bounce off of you. So I do feel like it's place yourself a wee bit up the ladder and let the star shine bright. Now I just get the feeling that like that you've changed your sheets on your bed quite recently, because I see the sheets coming off and see new ones coming on. Uh, I do feel that it's like 1:45 seems to be like a time where I want to get out of bed and go to the toilet and come back again. But I do feel like I'm clock watching at the present moment as well. Oh. Can you take that, Sarah, please?
I think she will because it seems to resonate. And my nickname for her over the last couple of months is Mrs. Angry, but it's her being because she's had a lot to deal with. But she's left it out, and she's quite funny with it and using the humour like yourself. And she has had a lot going on. So any feedback for Tommy? It's actually Alex, it's Sarah, but I'm sure she will. She'll spot on. She's saying spot on, right? Absolutely unbelievable, Tommy. And you see how spontaneous that came as well.
A birthday or anniversary. I want to talk about Sarah. There's a birthday or an anniversary either just past or coming up. And it seems to be like what I would call it's something special, because I'm just getting a big bunch of roses, and not unless roses are your favourite colour.
Mm-hmm.
I get the name Betty or Elizabeth connected to you as well.
Right. We need a person. We need a moment in time. Yeah. And Vanessa is just saying there before they're about 30 seconds behind Tommy, so we have to wait on them. So people are worrying. Just we are a few seconds ahead of us. And Vanessa said we need the person we need at the moment in time, and I think that's so true. I'll put myself up there. When we're bringing somebody through, Vanessa, and one of the things I'm getting by tuning into you is I'm getting hugs and that from above. But I'm also getting drawn to the animal kingdom again with you. It's like, so there's a lot of animals around you and up there as well. And we've got an animal communication course on this weekend, funny enough. And I feel that the animals are going to give you a lot of comfort over this weekend. So it's maybe getting out when the weather's better with the animals. And I think that your mum and dad loved the outdoors as well when they were fitting well, and it'll bring back some nice memories for you, Vanessa, because that's what I'm getting guided to say to you. And I know there's a lot of things that were said to you at the weekend as well there, and we're always at the end of the phone or here anyway. Now, Lee's got a question for us.
Excellent, because I just read it.
Yeah.
The colour gems absolutely resonate with the deep meanings. Yeah, every colour means something different to every single person. Whether it be, I get like when red, a lot of people think the colour red, oh, it's angry. Red to me is rooted and ungrounded. Yellow is unconditional love. Orange is very sensitive. Green, the emerald green, is like learning. So it's for the colours that come in. I always take the colours and take them into my heart and say, well, how does that make me feel? And it's nice that when you're painting with different colours, I always feel that you must be happy. And I do feel there's a lot of changes going along around there at the present moment, Lee. But I do feel for the better, if that makes sense. Because I just felt like, it's like I can't keep still. It's like I've got ants in my pants. It's like I want to be like Skippy, boom, boom, boom. So I do feel that is your type of person. And it's like, because I do feel a good personality with you. And you're very forthcoming. And you say what's on your mind. Does that make sense?
Oh, I definitely, that makes sense to me because I know her. It's like she'll probably give me some feedback in a minute, and it's like Vanessa's saying she gets a lot of reds and greens. And
yeah, well, that's absolutely Vanessa.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know, like with myself and Derek, I know that colours to us will be.
Oh, mean stuff. Yeah. And so.
Great. And red it's not a warning. I mean, if you go to the beach, it's a red warning sign. But to me, it's like I'm rooted to the ground and I'm grounded.
And green is a heart chakra. Because green and pink, so it's like nature, love, and all that stuff. The green colour is a lovely colour. Lisa said, spot on, Tommy, the joys of working with the ASN children. So I know that's difficult kids. So well done to Lee, and the frustration there as well. And you know, when you come on the Reiki, angelic Reiki course, and your knowledge of colours and stuff, and will just totally spot on because red is the root chakra, and you probably know that anyway with your training. And I was nicknamed Red Derek when I was offshore because one, I was an Aberdeen football fan, not just because of the political and the union stuff I was involved in, and because when I was younger, Aberdeen were winning European Cups and stuff, so that was my team.
Yeah, Alex Ferguson.
And that's it, and I loved it, and that was my nickname. And I was quite grounded when I was quite young because of what happened in my life at that time with the Piper Alpha, the Chinook, the Brent Spar, and I've seen a lot of death at a very early age in the workplace.
Yeah.
And then I'd lost my brother as well when I was only 28 or something, and it was very, very tough for me as a young person to deal with all the amount of death, Tommy. But you know this, you get that inner strength, and you get that to overcome it. You just get that calmness back, and it's hard to explain.
I mean, I spent 21 years in the army and never thought that what I'd be doing. And I have lost a lot of good friends through various circumstances. And the majority is through self-inflicted.
Yeah.
But it's like, looking back and look where I am today, it's like I praise myself. And I mean, and you're the red, I'm the maroon.
Now we've got Alex or Sarah, as she's saying there. Can one of you please get James to let me know he's around? And I feel he's not, and that hurts. And we've had this discussion before, and Tommy, you tuned into this, but he is around.
Yeah.
It's just you're too close to it, and somebody's got to take a step back.
Did he? Then I feel like a very loving soul, but I also feel lost. The feeling that he's given me, that he doesn't want to come too close, because I do feel that it would frighten, or it would. I feel upset the things that what Sarah's gone through. But I know that it was no, there was circumstances, different circumstances that I do feel that I didn't feel any pain, because he's making me feel right now. He must think he's God's gift to woman, and I'm sorry. It's just making me feel that I would have been an outgoing person. But I do feel he kept a lot inside here that only he wouldn't even tell his closest friends what he was going through.
Yeah.
Would that make sense, Derek?
Yeah, I think there. Now, there was one funny thing that happened at the weekend, was on a course, and this is more for education than anything else. Till we get a feedback there, is I was drawn to her when we were doing a demonstration of mediumship, and it was actually, we're doing the human pendulum. Have you ever done that, Tommy? Where you get the spirit to push you forward for yes and no.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing to do, and it's a good teaching tool as well. And one of them wasn't quite making sense of this connection, so I stepped into the space like I did with you in the show, and I felt this like pain here and a tingling sensation in my pocket, right? And I went, somebody was shot, and they're laughing at it. And it was either uncle or one of the relations. I can't remember, because as you know, you would forget half the stuff afterwards. But somebody was shot, and it was the book or something they had in their pocket that saved them during the war. And that was his validation. And I went, oh my God, that was amazing. And he's taking the mickey, but at the same time as it was a message to her, you can take all the bullets, don't worry about it. It's like, because they're not going to hurt you, you know. So he was given the tin or whatever that saved his life to her, you know, in a kind of spiritual sense. And it was so funny. Yeah, Catherine's granddad. So it's good. Yeah, James. So now Lee's on about our paintings. Evaluate paintings to assess with you both and your connections. And I think one of the things that we've got coming, and she's going to come in April, is Sheila Dougal. She's quite good at the colours.
Yeah.
And if Sheila's listening, I don't know if she's listening to it. She might
I've
listen.
lost you, Derek.
Eh?
I've lost you.
Have you lost me? My voice?
No, it's like on visual.
Right. I'm still here.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'll maybe change the view, see if there's anything. Is the screen?
My screen just went blue.
Okay. If you want to log in and log out and log in, maybe that'll bring it back to me, and I'll carry on talking to them.
Right.
We're having a few tips. See, Spirit does this, doesn't it? They do this to us. And hello, Mark, and we can see you both. It's just Tommy can't see us for some reason.
Here we go.
We got it back.
Oh, jeez. That's my son.
That's it. So somebody's playing out with Tommy. Yeah, so he put his back on the side by side here now.
Right, here we go.
Yeah. I was speaking about Sheila Dougal, and she does, it's like hot irons and stuff, and colours and art, and absolutely amazing. And she gives a reading from it. And Lee, it's something worth, and we know we've met over the years, psychic artists, and we're definitely going to invite them into the office, into the soul retreat space. And to see a psychic artist at work is totally, totally amazing. And there's probably a few psychic artists out there watching this, or people who don't even know they're psychic artists. and they just channel and paint. It's absolutely amazing. And I feel, Lee, you've got a bit of that, you know. So it'll be, yeah, you maybe share the link on here and you can share it to everybody to go and look, Lee. So that'd be fantastic, yeah. Sheila's brilliant. Yeah, she knows about Sheila. It's good. Look at that. Yeah.
That's my daughter.
Yeah, but that's like an artist.
Aye.
That's absolutely amazing. You know, some of the detail in that is just absolutely astounding.
And it was strange because we didn't have any photographs up, like Andrina, and she just sat down. And I don't know if the lady's still with us, but then she was 76, and oh my God, what a fantastic. And she's like that. Oh yes, and I've got this girl sitting right in the middle of you, and you know you're like that.
I know, and it's like they're obviously a few seconds behind because Vanessa just put out wow now and stuff like that, and she's saying Sheila's brilliant, so we're hoping to have her in, and she'll run some classes as well. Yeah. So that's the whole idea of the soul retreat, and that's what we would have spoken tonight about. We would have had Tommy in there doing his stuff tonight, and we would have shared some insights. And the good thing after these events, you can sit and have a cup of coffee with me and Tommy and people in the room and network, because it's like, I don't know how many like church stuff we've done or nights of mediumship, and everybody just disappears. And we're saying, yeah, we get that right. I want to speak to that person, you know, and they all disappear. We don't have a chance to speak to them again, you know. And we'll have a queue of people who never got a message come up and say, can you see something for me? The ones that never got, because you can't go around everybody in the hall, you know, and a lot of people don't realise that. But I'm going to pull some. If anyone, I'm going to finish the last sort of half an hour, 20 minutes, Tommy, and asking people if they want a card, because I've got what's the crack cards, my new cards. You've seen them, and I've got tarot cards there as well. I think you've got an angel card set there, haven't you?
I have. Look at that.
Oh, for your desire within reach. Yeah. So Chloe, Rachel, she's the first one to ask. Any messages for me? I'll put you on to Tommy because he's got the angel cards there.
Yes. My mother said to me I was going to be an angel. She forgot the hell's angel. The first one is new home.
New home.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean to say that you're changing. It's like the change of environment. It's like new beginnings, moving in a step in the right direction for you. So I do feel, Vanessa, can you take this, dear?
Let it know, because we'll come back to that if you could reply, because remember they're a wee bit behind.
What I like about that is the blue. So I do feel like the blues, the greens, the blue to me is the throat chakra. So I do feel that you've got to do a wee bit more talking.
Yeah.
And I totally believe in fairies. And there's an place just outside Inverness called Fairy Glen. And when we go there, it's always dragonflies we see, which is very, very spiritual.
Yeah. And Chloe, just quickly, I pulled what's the crack card, and it says it's all dandy. So stop worrying. And I'll read the back of the card. Everything is coming up roses. This card signifies a time when life feels just right, where your challenges melt away and your path is clear and vibrant. Remember to enjoy these moments, for it's during these times that we refuel, re-energize, and truly appreciate the dandy days. Remember that saying? It's all dandy. And that's my What's the Crack cards. I'm hoping soon to get them published. This is still a sample pack. I'm just waiting to build up some cash to get them published, but we're not far off it. And they're good fun, and we've had really good feedback about them. So now that was Jason. He's wanting a card. So I'll maybe pull a card with Jason. And I'll get Tommy to tune in as well because Jason's been out to see me, so I know what's going on. But there you go, Jason. This is a good card for you because it's new beginnings and it's new money coming in your way normally. And I feel really good and excited about this. And I've got I don't know if it's the 3rd of February or something in my head, but I've got something happening in February. So be patient a little bit. And you have to be firm with somebody, right? You have to be firm. I call this my bitch card, Tommy. The Queen of Swords is be firm, and it's mental, right? Last card there, things changing quickly and exciting, right? So that's linking in with the new money card, new job card. So come in and see us, Jason, and whatnot. But Tommy, are you picking up anything from Jason?
Yeah, I feel that I've got a fatherly figure, but and it's like this gentleman would not believe in what what he's doing now. But I do feel like I'm a rod at his back because I do feel that he's found it over the last 6 months. Like I do feel like hurdles because I do feel like I'm like trying to get over them. But I do feel like what I'm like, say, a budgie many teeth, he's succeeding in life at the present moment, if that makes sense. Now, I picked 3 cards. The first card is it's like walk away, leave the unhealthy situation, enjoy the new doors that open in the result. And to me, it speaks volumes for you.
Yeah.
Because it's like stand up and be counted. The second card is, oh, your wish is granted.
There you go. So that's if he's looking for new money, whatever, that's coming. Yeah, the wish. And it's very hard, Tommy. People don't know what they want to wish for sometimes.
I like the colour. And it's like the colour is peaceful and it's like there's new beginnings. And there must be something that you're holding on to that I do feel that it has to be let go. And I do feel that it's like you need somebody, and I have to say trustworthy to talk to, because I do feel this is very, very close to heart. Would that make sense?
Yeah. I will to him, because I know you've got back to me now.
Oh, this one is good.
I see it.
Pregnancy.
Oh my God. No, we can't speak about that, but
But here's one I made earlier. I do feel that there's somebody around.
He's saying absolutely. Jason's saying absolutely. Now, as you were talking there, I pulled my What's the Crack card for Jason. And I don't want to take offense to this because this is about the self-talk. But one of my cards that I designed is you're talking shite. It's the self-talk, right? So when I read this out to you, Jason, you'll understand. You're talking shite is a spirited Scottish way of saying you're spouting nonsense. When this card surfaces, it's a playful nudge to keep things grounded, honest. Keep things genuine, honest, and grounded. It might also be signaling the need to challenge the status quo, question beliefs, or just enjoy some cheeky banter with pals. So, my wife agrees. So Jason says, so when they're talking shite, it means either somebody's bugging you and they're talking crap, or in your head you're thinking the wrong things, right? So it's a bit of banter there, but it's come up for a reason. But not to worry, it's always best to come in and see us, Jason. And I know you spoke to me before, and hopefully the weather's better. You can come in and see us and all the different things that we do. So let's go back up because who do we say? Jason. Lee would love a card.
Right. I'll pick 2. I've got 2 cards for Lee. Oh, this is great. Connect with nature. You're rejuvenized and inspired by spending time outdoors and to me, it's like being very grounded. But it's also, if you notice, the butterfly, which is the even though you've got the fairy there, but you've got the butterfly just above her, and that is it's very, very, very spiritual. So it's like to me, butterflies mean a lot, but I do feel like it's like protect yourself because I do feel at the present moment there's and I don't feel with yourself, but out with uh, I do feel like there's been sparks like that. It's not far your way, but to somebody else. Uh, but I also feel the 9th of a month is very significant. Either the month of August is significant to you or the 9th of a month. Because I do feel like it's very important. It's like a birthday or anniversary, either an anniversary of like a couple or it's an anniversary of a person.
That's good,
And
Tom.
see when we say that, look at the card I get, birthday.
Lovely card. Oh, amazing colours.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Look, it's like the yellow, green, and red.
Yeah.
And
Very curious colour.
it's all spiritual colours. A significant birthday holds the answer to your question. So that to me, it's like a special birthday this year, whether it be a first, like a first, a 10th, a 16th, an 18th, or 21st, or I'm 65 this year. Oh my God.
We've got to have a party for you. It's like a few parties.
But I do feel like that it's very significant. But I also feel it's like you've got to let your hair down and
Yeah.
go out and enjoy yourself rather than.
Oh, it's funny you saying that, Tommy. You're saying enjoy yourself because the card I got for her was pissed myself laughing. So, in the back of it, joy comes from the most unexpected moments, and sometimes it's so overwhelming you can't help but surrender to pure, unadulterated laughter. This card serves as a nudge to embrace those moments of hilarity, let go of any pretense, um, and just enjoy the gut-busting G of life. So that
Absolutely.
reminds me of the laughter yoga we've got coming up into the office.
Oh.
You know? And that's quite funny. So we've got an amazing. See if we can put up the poster. Amazing day on the 27th, and I know if you're free, both of you, Mike, can come through and help make the teas and coffees, Tom. Because I think it's been a busy day. It's
Oh yeah,
but let's see if we get the poster. We've got the poster there. 28th, we've got the laughter yoga in the morning. We've got, and I've done interviews with both Natalie and Nicola. Nicola Cook's doing the breath work. So lots of information on the Facebook pages and the YouTube on there. Just look for the videos. And we've got Andrew was on with me on Monday night there. He's come back to do a sound bath and we're there for chats. And you probably hang around at night time. If you're there too, Tom, you probably hang around. We're having a spiritual carry out where basically you buy your own carry out and come in with it, or you can order from there, plenty of teas and coffees and plates and stuff. And we'll do our stuff, mediumship, cards, and Angela will be doing stuff as well after that. So it's good networking, good banter, and you'll probably get some amazing readings from me and Angela and stuff like that. And hopefully it's a fantastic day. And I think it's about 100 odd quid if you add them all up. But that's from 10 o'clock to nearly 9 o'clock at night. And, it'll be an amazing day. And we hope to have a lot more of these days as well. And so we're really looking forward to that. And again, just to remind people of Angela's course in February, the one that you're going on, Tommy, over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And get in touch with Angela. Angelic Reiki is amazing.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, to get colours, it's all healing. If you're inclined to do it, even if you're tuned to other Reikis, it's more advanced. It's like dimensional healing.
Yeah.
So, and if you're not too sure, come along to the Reiki share, or get in touch with us. You know what I mean? Because Angela will do them all year. So if you're not too sure about that and you want to wait till later on when the weather's better too, you can do that. So it's all good. And just before I forget, we've got the animal communication course on this weekend. Take away that other one so you can see it properly. Design captions. Lower third. Where's it? What's the comment? Send it to the chat. Hide that. Yeah. Animal communication course. That's this Sunday. Amazing. If you love your animals, you want to learn how to communicate with them better. We've both brought through animals in our mediumship, Tommy, and it's totally amazing. And this really helps. This will really help us as well. And it's something I want to do later on, going to one of her communication workshops with animals. But we do get animals come through in our mediumship, and it's quite funny when you're asking an animal for validation. And I've had a lot of laughs with that over the years. It's certainly worth getting in touch with Neen, and if you can scan that on your phones or that scan, take a note of it, and I'll get rid of that back to the design. So we're back here. Now, let's get back to the chat. Where were we? Who was on the message? It's like Leaves on her. Vanessa. Vanessa. Here we go. Well, because I spent a lot of time with it the weekend, Tom. We'll let you deal with this one again.
I like Lee's one. Funny enough, I hit the big 4-0 in June. I have a special friend's birthday in August, the 9th. Tends to be manifesting day for me, and all 3 cards were spot on. It's like it's nice to get feedback.
Yeah.
Because it's like I don't know what I say, so it's quite good.
I know, it's like, because we're working blind tonight. It's like we don't have the audience in front of us.
You see, my Ryan Goodwin gigs, I broke when I was cleaning. I cracked the screen, so I'm going to have to get another thing for them.
Yeah,
it's in the back. It's a shame. Right. Where do you want me to go, Derek?
Oh, hang on. Vanessa.
That's a lovely name.
Vanessa. I had it up here. Let's see again. Any lovely message, Vanessa. Here we go. So we know if she misses this, that she can still catch up later on. So Vanessa, and I spent a lot of time with it the weekend, so obviously I've got a lot of knowledge, but see if you can come up with something or pull a card, Tommy. It doesn't have to be a message.
I've got, yeah. Here's some I made earlier.
Well, I could definitely say that. There's some I made earlier.
Yes. Right, what I'll do is I'm going to pick 3 for you, Vanessa. And I don't know, this is the first time I've worked with these cards. I like working with the unicorn cards.
Oh, lovely. I love unicorns.
Right. The first one, Vanessa, is easy does it. So I do feel at the present moment, stop trying to hard to control everything, and all the doors will open for you. So I do feel at the present moment I have to slow down. It's someday that must like going to the beach or going to water, because dolphins are absolutely very spiritual. And if you notice, you've got the dolphins there, but you've also here, if you notice, yellow. I do feel that it's like the unconditional love that you give out. But I also feel as well, it's like you must be a healer, or you're wanting to learn a lot more. I know, like on the healing side, but I also feel like on a mediumistic side, because I do feel like over the last week, your dreams have been, it's like reality. It's like family coming forward. I get the name Mary quite contrary. How does the garden grow? I do feel that I want to talk about a motherly figure that's in the world of spirit. I do feel like with this lady, I don't feel overly tall with her, but I also feel as well, as she's playing with my fingers, I do feel like she's turning my rings So I know there's 2 rings here on the earth plane that still belong to her. But I do feel like this lady would not have all her teeth. So I know that she's playing with my teeth at the present moment. I do, I, I do feel that she wouldn't be a lady that would have been easy to push over, or what we would say is pull the wool over her eyes. I do feel like the clicking of needles. So that to me is like baby grows. So I don't know if yourself or somebody very, very close to you is, I do feel like pregnant. And it's like we can't say if it's a male or female, but I'm 50-50. But I do feel like it's like you're riding the waves, and I do feel uh, like now we're like it's like we're halfway through January. Come February, as it's like there's like new beginnings, new doors opening for you, and I do feel like you've missed opportunities because I just felt like there's stuff slipping through your fingers, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but I do feel that there's a lot of love and energy coming towards you. I do feel as well, it's like when I go to any Tesco, Sainsbury's, or big shops, that my fingers do tingle. So I do feel that it's like you have a massive healing energy around you. And I also feel as well as like you have that. I feel like it's like I'm being a feminine side now, and I do feel like you do like to stop and talk to people and tell them like they tell you how do you feel, and you can give them that love and energy that you preserve.
That was amazing. I really do feel that. And
Yeah, it's
yeah,
strange because it's like the new home again. That doesn't mean to say that you're going to move home, but what it is saying is like from yourself,
mm,
it's like new beginnings. And I just felt like as we're getting the blue again, and blue is your throat chakra. So I do feel like you've got to stand up and be counted,
yeah.
speak the truth, and don't let anybody else say no. And it's like I do feel like when I get the new career, uh, but I also feel as well it's like there must be the caring side of you. I don't know if you work for the caring profession, but I do feel I just want to put a nurse's uniform on you, and it's like your work focuses on shifting in a positive and new successful direction. So it's like everything that, and what I like about this, the colours, the rainbow,
Yeah.
and it's a rainbow effect. And it's like rainbows are absolutely beautiful. Every time I see a rainbow, I think of a spirit. Uh,
Mhm.
but I've never found the pot of gold at the end of it.
No.
But I hope, hopefully, that you can take this, and
Mm,
it's beautiful. It's just given that what the energy that you have.
yeah. And it's lovely. And I kind of know that'll mean a lot to her. And just I just pulled a quick card there. It was peeking through the mist, an old saying. And the back of this card is so relevant to you. Sometimes our path ahead seems shrouded in mystery, but trust your own intuition. And we said that at the weekend, and the wisdom of your ancestors. And
Oh
we
yeah,
spoke about this at the weekend about the gift that's within the families.
yeah,
Now, let the card remind you that even though the way ahead isn't always clear, your inner compass will guide you through the thickest mists of uncertainty. You know, a lovely card there. And, you know, it's the colour red this time, kind of on that, and the green. So it's peeking through the mist. So what it's saying to you is, you've got to peek through, you know, use your third eye, as we're saying at the weekend. Now, I've got a YouTube question and for us, Tommy, and it's quite good. Derek and Tommy, as anything comes through for me, I love to hear Rebecca. And my first instinct with you, because I've had a chance to kind of tune in a little bit to you, was that I know we can't speak about health, but I've been feeling a little bit low, right? And a bit down the dumps. It could be that Monday blues we're on about.
yeah.
And that's what I'm picking up when I tune into you, Rebecca. Now, I think you're normally quite a positive person. And I feel that when I'm tuning in, upstairs wise, there's a lot of people around you that are encouraging you to develop. And if you've been developing anyway, it's like there's something new coming in, a new skill, a new way of working, and it's a spiritual path that I'm getting drawn to. Whether it's mediumship, healing, or whatever, I feel it's something new. And I also feel it's to do with new technology as well. I don't know where that's coming from. And that's coming from maybe a spirit guy saying there's other, that chat GTPI, Tommy, I'm dyslexic. That helped me design these cards. And I feel it's something like that. It's maybe something to help you get your message out there, Rebecca. And I really do feel that's kind of for you. And as I pull the cards, because I'm getting people tuning into me as well in spirit, but I feel it's kind of quite personal because I think it's somebody who died quite sad and suddenly it's trying to connect to you. And I feel quite low with that. So that's maybe what I'm picking up in the lowness. So it could be somebody with depression, Tommy, that I'm feeling that's
I do feel that the exact same link.
So I don't want to go into that just now, but what I will do is, because it's too much on here at this time of night, and we've got to watch what we say. It's the Emperor. No, the Emperor is you taking control and being the Emperor. But the Emperor can be loud, bitchy, moany, but deep down he's very loving, and that's you. It's take control. I'll pull a wee What's the Crack cards to cheer you up a little bit. And I've got the same one as you're talking shite from before. That's not you. So don't take offence to this, Rebecca. It's the head maybe or the person. And it's just saying that our self-talk is maybe getting caught a little bit by other people or somebody's upsetting you with what they're saying to you. But the good thing is, I'm kind of feeling good. And it's like, I've gone fishing. All right. So it's saying step away and go fishing. Time for a wee break. This card is gentle nudge to set aside the hustle and bustle and relish life's quieter moments. Whether it's actually fishing or just finding your own way to relax. Remember, sometimes doing nout can lead to the most profound insights. And Tommy and I will tell you, it's when we're sitting in the toilet and not thinking about something, or going for that walk, reading that book, and all of a sudden we get that insight. That's what that means, So it's like, get your mind to go fishing, and the spirit will take over, the soul. It's like, and hope it's not a soul fish you catch. It's like, but I hope that helps you a little bit, Rebecca. I know it's on YouTube.
What I got and pulled 2 cards is everything's okay. Don't worry. We're all working in a beautiful way, and it's just as great. It's like, look at the hands, the healing hands around you, and working with you, and it's like, I just love the colour, and I also feel as well that you're getting healing at this precise moment.
Mm-hmm.
I also get the 14th of a month, so 1 and 4 it's like for a birthday or anniversary. But I do feel that everything it's got to work out for you, and it's just like, instead of looking at the ground, just look up and look at the beautiful scenery around you, and everything will change around you. And what I like less is love life, and it's like Peter Pan. And what I like about this is the basis of your own question involves your romantic life, which is now changing for the better. It's like, it's great. It's like it reminds me of Peter Pan, and it's like the new beginnings is just like, it's breathtaking for you.
Yeah, it's a lovely card. It's like a proposal card in a sense. So it's maybe getting asked out. If you're in a relationship, it's getting near Valentine's, so maybe that's why.
Oh yeah.
So our last wee message we'll give, because I'm forgetting about the time here. Jen Suri would love a message, please. I seen you're on the chair, Tommy. It's like, but I've got a very fun-loving person here, and Rebecca's saying thank you. It makes sense.
Yeah.
And just see, I've got a very fun-loving person here in spirit. That's kind of maybe it's me that they're kind of drawn to just now, but maybe we've got two of us on screen here. And I've got somebody who's making me laugh. Somebody who maybe love to touch and cuddle you and stuff like that, and give you a real good close hug. So if it's telling me that you need a hug, and it's like laughing off all the tough stuff. It's like, and I feel it's a father figure. Now, it might not be father, but it's a father figure, definitely. And I've got a little bit of reflux. So tell me it's somebody had stomach issues or reflux issues, and my throat's a bit choked. And I'm also smelling cigarettes. So you must have been a smoker of some sort. And it's the old tobacco type smells I've got. And I've also got this lovely smell of home cooking. So I think there's somebody with them. And who run after him. Well, probably it could be a granny type figure, but I've got this person kind of pushing him forward. He didn't always tell you how he felt about you, but there's a lot of love there, and he's there around you just now for a situation that's maybe going on. It's to make you laugh, because you walk in the room and it's when like Ricky Fulton used to be, Tommy, and you just look at his eyes and he would laugh, right? That's the type. He was like serious, but he wasn't serious. That's the type of person I've got here. So, Jen, they're saying to you not to be so serious and take things at heart. Laugh it off.
Absolutely. It's like I'm just tuning in there, and it was like I got. It's like, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but I do feel like I'm dragging my heels. So I really, it's like I just want to go boom, bust the balloons. It's like, I just want to go right here, there, everywhere. I just want to feel right rushing about. But I do feel that this is. I do feel that the January, February's. I do feel that this obviously is dark months and it's sad months. But I do feel once we come to March, April, and I do feel like April is when I get April. I do feel like it's like what I get is April showers. So, and it's like, to me, April showers, to me, there would have been somebody that would have passed around. And I do feel like, and it's not April Fool's Day, but I just want to go past April Fool. And I do feel like in around the 7th and 9th, between the 7th and 9th of April. And it's like, but I do feel like you keep a lot like in the head. And I do feel, Derek, when you were talking about the reflux, that's what I just got, right? The reflux. But I also feel as well that as if it's huge in, I do feel like it's like I've changed my diet. It's like my dietary has to change, and I do feel like, and I do feel better for it. But it's like I do feel like a fatherly figure with you, and and to me, it's like he wouldn't believe in the way that you've progressed in life. And I'm not saying you've had it easy, because I do feel it's like up a slope, down a slope, up a slope, and it's like, but now it seems to have just leveled, and I do feel that it will come out. It's like I'm a great believer in, it's like what we put out, we receive back in tenfold.
Yeah.
I do get a good feeling around you. But
I think it's over the worst. And I think the card I've pulled here is Away with the Fairies.
oh, stop that!
And it's like, I think this is so true. And it's like, it's not saying you're away with the fairies, Jen. It's just saying dancing on the edge of dreams and reality.
Yeah.
Away with the Fairies speaks of moments where we drift in our own imaginative world. This card reminds you of the power and beauty of dreams, fantasies, the deep thoughts. While it's important to stay grounded, never forget occasionally to let your spirit wander among the stars. Now, what a great way to finish that reading, in a sense, Tommy.
And it's like it's true. It's everything that it involves is like it seems to, and it's strange how when you start off a reading that you end up back at the start again, and it's like, and it's great, absolutely.
And it's like, and that's Rebecca just could say validating what we've both said. Thank you, it makes sense. And of course, you mentioned the 14th, the Valentine's the 14th is our anniversary. So that was amazing that we both picked up on that and whatnot. So just a wee reminder what's coming up at our soul retreat, 'cause that's where we would have been tonight if things were going the right way. It isn't weather.
It's snow, is it?
Snow. And we've got coming up. I have got Tommy I've got John coming on Monday with me. John McVeigh. You met him at my wedding. He was my best man.
Oh yes, aye.
And he's an amazing psychic as well. Not so much in the mediumship side as we are, but he's very funny. He's great with cards, and he's a really good spiritual coach as well. So as in spiritual life coach, and one of the things he's right into is the truth or friction, conspiracy, checking things out, and that's the subject on there. So if you're into conspiracy theories and kind of
that's my subject as well.
So tune into it. We might pull you into the debate as well, but that's what we're talking about. So lots going on around the world just now we can talk about. So that'll be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got the big one coming up to remind people. 27th, 4 things on that day: laughter yoga, breath work, sound bath with Andrew, and spiritual takeaway with me and Angela. And you never know who might pop in and out, because I'll be in my office kind of holding the fort, and people can come in and talk to me and in between all these things. Or if you don't fancy one, you want a break from another, you can come and sit and talk to me in my little office as well and have tea. And it's all about networking, getting to know each other. And yes, there's a fee, because we want to bring more people into that lovely building, and it'll be great. And of course, I've got my spiritual workshop on 9th of March, all day. It's quite tiring, it's intensive, but it's also fun, and you learn a lot from. I always have guest people come in, people like Tommy, or with Jim Tweedle in the last time, and he's an amazing kind of master, you could say. And he's older than me and you, Tommy, so he's got loads of knowledge. Yeah, he's just been around, and every Thursday, third Thursday of the month. It'll be Tommy next month if he's free. I can't remember the exact date. It's a 20-something. But if you're free, Tommy,
I am free.
Yeah, because you're not getting off with that.
I am free.
And we'll have Karen Caluso in March, and then hopefully Sheila in April. And me and Tom will be doing things probably in chat shows and that anyway. And of course, last week one is this weekend. We've got the Animal Communications Workshop, so that's good. So we'll get rid of that, and sort of see. I won't say cheerio everybody, but we'll say our final goodbyes. Let's get a chat back up, so I can see where we are. Yeah, because I'll need to go and get my tea. Robert May story, obviously came in a bit late, but quick card, just one card for you. You're a survivor, mate, so maybe get in touch with us. Spiritual as well, and I do feel that. Wait a minute, I do feel that. How do you say? Something's bugging you just now, and it's like I've got something niggling me, Tommy. You get that feeling? Aye. And so tune in maybe Monday night. I'll come and see us. I'll get in touch with me and Tommy, Robert, because we haven't really got time. I want to get fed here, and I've got. My wife's just put on a kettle, so that's a sign. It's like
I've still got water.
You still got water. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Bit spontaneous tonight because our divine service with Tommy and our soul retreat couldn't go ahead because of the weather. It's a bit rushed, and if you're watching it back, get in touch. And he says no problem. So. Great having you, Tommy, again. I'll speak to them in a minute.
Having me. That didn't sound nice, but...
Speak to you soon. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Give us some feedback, what you would like to see in the chat shows. If you want more of this, if you want different guests coming in, please give us feedback, because we're going to be on a lot more often now. Now we have the technology, Tommy.
We have $6 million man. Right. I do feel it with my hips.
Yeah, definitely. New man now. New hips. Yeah. Anyway, guys, see you a little later.
Right. God bless.